Hello Nation, I'm Rock Var, here with another Var Nation DCUO news announcement. And this may, I've said this before, but this may be one of the best announcements I get to make. Hopefully you guys like my new background. You can see there, it's supposed to look like I am Rock Var, like my head is on his body. It's kind of working out, but kind of not. You've got Lido over here beside me, and then Bodhi behind us. The whole family is here, Superman and Wonder Woman. You can't beat it. But anyway, back to the DCUO announcement. This is some of the most exciting news that DCUO has put out, and the reason I say that is because I am a huge Superman fan. If you are a huge Superman fan like I am, you are going to love this announcement. So let's get into it. What is this all about, you ask? Well, if you look below me, I'll bet you see a familiar sight if you're a Superman fan. What you see below you is actually, below me, is actually the tattered cape of Superman after he was killed by Doomsday. And so why would DCUO be using that as their picture? Because that is going to be one of the next pieces of content that we get. And you can see it below me now. I'll include the link in the description of this video so you can also check it out for yourself. It's a new celebration for Superman's 80th birthday. So Superman is going to be 80 years old in 1938. And I have to say, he looks pretty good for an 80-year-old. He first appeared in Action Comics #1, The World of Comics Would Never Be the Same, and all of today's massive cast of heroes and villains owe their inspiration, at least in part, to the Man of Steel, which is something that I like to bring up to my other friends who aren't into Superman or they're into other characters. I'm like, hey, technically, if you look at it, Superman was the first superhero. Over the years, there have been tremendous Superman storylines, but perhaps none stand out so clearly in our minds as his battle and death at the hands of Doomsday. They say, for our part, DCUO will celebrate Superman's 80th anniversary with content our retelling of the death of Superman. So this is going to be DC Universe Online retelling the death of Superman using their characters, using their timeline, their world, but retelling the story in their way. So it's going to be super cool. Beginning in April, it says a series of content and player gifts will tell that story in our world and with our heroes and villains playing their parts. It says this is not an episode, an event, or a seasonal. So this is something entirely new in DC Universe Online, something we haven't seen before. This is a celebration, and they invite everyone to come along for the ride. SJ, very excited about it. She says that this will be a Doomsday like you've never seen, like the Justice League has never seen. This monster is an unstoppable force. It may be that not even Superman can stop him this time. Can you? Well, I don't think Superman really stopped him the first time unless you look at the broader spectrum, which would be the death and then the return, which is what I'm hoping that we get eventually also. So that would be super cool if they do the death and then later do the return as a DLC or another event like this. Either way, it's awesome. Thank you guys. Things to know about Superman's 80th anniversary celebration. This celebration will be a series of new free content additions available to all players. So you do not have to be a member to take advantage of this celebration or to be part of the celebration. The content will retell their version of the classic Death of Superman storyline in the world of DCUO. New and returning Superman family characters will appear, including Superman, Lois Lane, Doomsday, and more. I'm curious what that and more is. I have a couple hunches, but if you do as well, let me know down in the comments of the video who you hope to see in this content or who you think we'll see in this content. The celebration will launch new player rewards, including new gear, styles, base items, and feats. And I want to know what new styles, base items, and base items that you want to see in the game. I'd like to know in the comments what styles do you want to see? Do you want to see more emblems? Do you want another Superman emblem besides the one that they've given us? It would be nice. A lot of my friends didn't get it, so I'd like to see them get to have that emblem. But you let us know in the comments. Superman's 80th anniversary celebration will launch free for all players beginning this April on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So thank you, DCUO. I cannot say enough, or I cannot stress enough, just how awesome that news is. Keep it tuned here to Var Nation for all your DCUO news. Give us a share, give us a like, sub if you haven't subbed, and we will keep you posted on all the new happenings in DC Universe Online. I'm Rock Var reporting for Var Nation News.
Var Nation News. We mean business.